Let's start with the basics. Yes, the Armata is indeed being tested in the Army. But don't celebrate too soon. The tank is mostly being used like a self-propelled gun.
So this super high-tech machine, packed with electronics, ends up firing from behind cover like grandma shooting at crows in her backyard.
In the footage, you can see the barrel raised, firing either HE or shape-charged rounds. No assaults, no epic duels with leopards.
And honestly, sometimes it feels like they're firing just for the camera, not at real targets.
Now about the engine. You could say the Armata doesn't really have one.
Well, not exactly doesn't. It has one, but either it's old or it's half-baked. The planned Chaika engine turned out to be a dead project, so they had to stick in the old V92, a design that basically traces its roots back to the T-34.
And the Armata is 10 tons heavier than its predecessors. The old engine gets overloaded, while the new 1,500 horsepower A85-3A is way too complex and expensive.
So, in the end, the tank only runs with the support of a whole brigade of engineers. But hey, at least they can proudly say, built with the heritage of the King Tiger.
Now, electronics. The Armata is supposed to be the tank of the future. Dozens of sensors, an info system, panoramic cameras.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't just freeze up with a big Windows error the moment a shell hits the turret.
And actually, it's the electronics that are slowing the whole project down. The president demanded everything must be domestic, and the Ministry of Defense asked for it to be ready for an unmanned mode. That's like asking, build a space shuttle in Uncle Vasia's garage.
But the T-14 concept is still unique. The idea is that it's not just a classic tank. It's more like a command center on tracks.
A kind of all-seeing eye that links tanks, infantry, drones, even artillery into one network. In theory, amazing.
In practice, there's no network, no supporting tech, and no working engine.
So for now, the Armata remains a star of parades, training grounds, and of course, hot debates on the internet.
But as for actual combat-ready T-14 companies in the next 5-10 years, don't hold your breath. That role is still handled confidently by the proven T-90M and upgraded T-72s.
And maybe the biggest question, is it even worth risking the Armata in battle where it could be knocked out and studied by the enemy?
Probably not. But one thing is clear. The project is alive. The Armata is no longer just a parade toy. It's a prototype the world will be watching for years to come. Recently, people have started talking about the M1 Abrams again. This American tank veteran has been in service for almost 40 years. Some call it unbeatable, while others say it's outdated.
We're here to find out what's true and what's just myth. Welcome to the world of modern tank reality.
Let's start with the main thing, armor. The Abrams is still considered one of the most protected tanks in the world. Its composite armor with depleted uranium makes it almost untouchable for most shells.
So, if someone comes at you with an RPG, better wave a white flag than try your luck.
But armor isn't everything. The Abrams runs on a gas turbine engine, basically a jet engine, 1,500 horsepower. It can hit nearly 70 kilometers per hour on the highway, but
the fuel consumption is so high that one full tank could compete with a year's worth of gas bills for an average American household.
In combat, that means the tank moves fast, but it constantly needs fuel. In practice, mobility depends heavily on logistics.
On the bright side, the turbine sound is like a rock concert. Every time an Abrams starts up, you could throw a mini festival.
Now, weapons. The 120mm smoothbore gun, the M256, is still a serious powerhouse. It can punch through modern armor, and its targeting systems hit enemies more than 4 kilometers away.
And all that with comfort. Air conditioning, nice crew seats, and best of all, you barely sweat while taking out the enemy.
The electronics are impressive too. Digital fire control, gun stabilization, navigation, even laser warning systems.
Just hope it doesn't freeze up like an old laptop in the desert while you're trying to aim.
In reality, the Abrams is still reliable and effective. It's been through the Gulf War, Iraq, Afghanistan, and proved its concept works.
Though there's one catch. It weighs almost 70 tons. Wooden bridges and Abrams aren't exactly best friends.
But this machine has been upgraded for nearly half a century, and new versions like the M1A2 SEP-V3 show that Abrams isn't just armor and a gun. It's a full-on combat system on tracks.
So, the Abrams is a tank that can do it all. Protect, destroy, and impress. And military parades, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
It might not fly or shoot lasers from its turret like in the movies, but on the battlefield, it's the real deal. The modern Russian main battle tank, first shown back in 2015. Its key feature an unmanned turret, while a 3-man crew sits safely inside an armored capsule. A 125mm 2A A21M gun, with the option to upgrade to 152mm in the future. It can also launch guided missiles straight through the barrel. The Afghanit Active Protection System, designed to intercept anti-tank missiles and even incoming shells. Composite armor combined with Malahit reactive armor. Top speed of about 80 kilometers per hour. Very expensive, and only a small number have been built. As of 2025, we're talking dozens of tanks, not hundreds of tanks.
The legendary Abrams has been in service since the 1980s, but it's been upgraded all the way to the SEP-V3 version. Crew, 4 soldiers. Armament, a 120mm smoothbore M256 gun. Modern ammunition, including depleted uranium rounds. Protection, Chobham armor, reinforced with uranium plates. Trophy active protection system developed in Israel. Performance, top speed around 67 kilometers per hour. Big advantage, sheer numbers. Over 2,500 upgraded Abrams are out there, and the tank has already proven itself in real combat.